Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel and IGTV feed. Today I have a very special topic, and it's about a life decision I made over 2 years ago now, and that was the decision to move toward a 100% plant-based lifestyle. Now, I don't normally like to stir up too much debate around this topic because it usually ends in someone feeling very defiant, angry, sad, put down, shameful, or they just outright make fun of me. But my aim here today is to simply say, 1, the reasons why I chose this lifestyle, 2, what helped me stick to it and not go back to my old ways, and 3, some very delicious plant-based recipes that you should try out this Thanksgiving. And before I start, I want to say a very common misconception of people that have the plant-based lifestyle, like vegans, vegetarians, raw vegans, is that we think we are better than other people. And no one is perfect at this lifestyle. It is nearly impossible in today's world to be 100% perfectly cruelty-free, waste-free, zero emissions, all-knowing, holy being that does no wrong. It's not about that. It's about making the conscious choice every day when you are presented with the option to choose food, clothing, and products that cause less harm, or food, clothing, and products that cause more harm to you, to the environment, and most importantly to me, for the animals. And number 1 today is the reasons why I chose the plant-based lifestyle. And it is for my health, for the environment, and for animal welfare. I think we can all agree on the health fact that organic veggies, fruits, nuts, beans, whole grains are good for our health. They keep our guts clean, they keep our minds clear, they keep our spirits high when we consume them, and it's not a coincidence that live plants make us feel very differently than, say, a heavy meat-based meal. And I'm not going to go too much into health benefits of plant-based nutrition versus conventional American diets because there's just so many conflicting studies and biases out there that I could just talk all day on it. And I don't want to bore you, but I did get a full blood panel done last week to prove to you that you can be a healthy, strong person on a plant-based diet. So check it out here. I was probably one of the biggest meat eaters that you ever met. I'm not gonna lie, I loved fancy Wagyu steak. I had big tri-tips while I was camping at the lake. I liked egg and cheese breakfast burritos and the whole 9 yards. And it's very easy to eat reactively. Oh, that tastes so good. Sugar, salt, fat. Oh my God, delicious, eat more. That's reactionary. But if you try to make the connection between how the food got to your plate, what it was before it got there, educating yourself on factory farming, the dairy industry, and just simply becoming aware, only then can you start to more actively choose food, products, and clothing rather than make very reactive choices based on immediate satisfaction. And again, it's rarely something that can happen overnight and be sustainable. There's just so much to learn, and it's a constant growing awareness and knowledge around food, where it comes from, health stats, common farming practices, the big pharmaceutical industries and how they're tied to the World Health Organization, environmental health effects of factory farming for us and for the planet, FDA regulations and how they are or aren't enforced. And our oceans is another big one, how overfishing is affecting our ocean environments and in turn us and other animals and ecosystems. These are all topics that are extremely easy to go by day to day, feeling just great and comfortable in your own routine and shutting a blind eye to what's actually happening. But the problems still exist, and they're going to continue to get worse as our population undeniably grows. Unless we face the facts and we educate ourselves and our children and start to make conscious decisions daily that compound, and they do absolutely make a difference over time. So, number 2, how did I stick to this lifestyle change? Notice I didn't say diet, but I said lifestyle, because it was a diet change for me at first, and it likely will be for you too, as it is most people. But we all know how hard it is to stick to a diet, especially if it's something where we're feeling deprived of something, we're tired, or we're hungry all the time, or you just don't know what to eat. And that's honestly how you will probably feel if you try veganism the way I did it and quit eating meat and dairy cold turkey. If you're thinking at all about making the change, I honestly advise just to do it slowly. Do it in stages, because that's just too much of a shock to your body. You're taking everything away that it knows all at once, and your cravings for those things that you cannot have become way too strong, and only the very strong-willed can really resist those temptations, and you fall back into your old ways. Just keep in mind, our bodies do have this amazing ability to adapt, but they do it better slowly. So first, start by trying No Meat Mondays, or stop eating red meat altogether. Or after a couple weeks, try cutting out milk products, and so on. If you're like me, cheese will probably be the hardest because of that beautiful aroma, but once you know where that cheese comes from and how it's made, it might not look quite as tasty anymore. The other thing that kept me on track was to just constantly learn. I faced the videos I did not want to watch because they made me feel really bad. It's very, very easy to turn a blind eye to something that just doesn't seem to outwardly affect you in your daily life immediately. Watch the videos. They remind you of your why, which in anything that requires change is an absolute must. If you do not have a burning why, you will always revert to what's comfortable. Some videos that help me realize humans and our effects on the planet are one, Earthlings, which you can watch for free on YouTube. Cowspiracy, I believe, is on Netflix. And the most recent is also a 25-minute watch on YouTube, which is a real tearjerker, but is very, very real of what happens in the dairy factory farming industry, and that's called Dominion. Some videos that are more about health and fitness and awareness around big pharma and the food industry giants are What the Health, Forks Over Knives, and very recently for you gym guys out there is Game Changers. It's a 1-hour free watch on Netflix. I absolutely recommend it to all of you guys out there, especially you young guys. They're all on YouTube and Netflix for free, and I'll also put them in description links below on my YouTube channel. And lastly, I would love to leave you guys with some great Thanksgiving recipes to try out these holiday seasons as the holidays approach. It's super common in our culture to eat a lot of animals and animal products around the holidays that, don't lie, can leave you feeling very sluggish and heavy and maybe a little bit lazy. But let's try and maybe combat those feelings this year and try out something that will leave you still feeling really full, nourished, and energized to go out and do all of your holiday shopping after a long work day. Some of my favorites are from minimalistbaker.com, who is not 100% plant-based recipe blog anymore, but she has almost 1,000 vegan recipes on there, including some gluten-free options, and for those of you who have gluten allergies, she also has an entire section on there dedicated to plant-based Thanksgiving recipes, which is also in the link below. So thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I hope that you found it a little bit inspiring or useful, or maybe you're a little bit curious about maybe watching some of the videos in the link below. If they're too hard to watch, just remember it's about being aware, and knowledge is power. When you have the knowledge to back up the choices that you make and justify the choices you make, it makes you be able to just make more active decisions in your life rather than living a very reactive lifestyle, whether it's in your job, in your work, or in your health and your fitness and your diet. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was not very related to real estate this time around, but it was really personal for me. So if you or someone you know is thinking about buying or selling or becoming vegan in the near future, feel free to reach out to me via call, email, text, and I am happy to have a very long or however short of a conversation that you'd like to have around real estate or veganism. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.